I'm pleased to have with me today Mr. Stephen Fry, who's been described by more than one of his compatriots as a national treasure. If you want to develop a quick inferiority complex, I would recommend going and reading Stephen's Wikipedia page. He's a prolific actor, screenwriter, playwright, journalist, poet, intellectual, comedian, television presenter, advertisement presenter.
Hey guys, this is not my live stream. This is recording. I'm recording a commentary video just like Paul Vanderklay does. That's what I'm doing, you know. Not that, the banner. Turn off the banner. There we go. Look how look. Okay, my first comment, okay?
Magazine, actor, screen. If you want to develop a quick...
Look at this V-neck and scruff he wears for this interview. Hey, come here.
Journalist, poet, intellectual. It's a remarkable to about... What do you think would have the greatest impact with regards to our conversation, as far as you're concerned? I mean, there must have been a reason that you, some reason, apart from just being agreeable, to do this. What do you think we might be able to accomplish uniquely?
It's a little like the monk debate we shared a platform with. It's really because I'm so tired and distressed and worried by the great fissure that has opened up, the culture wars, whatever we like to call it, the assumption that that there is your friends and your enemy and no ground in between, no commonality of, no cohesion of viewpoint, no shared things. That
Everybody's got a dream, buddy. Look at these. Look at these. I want the commentary on these show notes. Stephen starts to show concerns over the culture wars that seem to be dividing the Western world and alienating people from one another. Jordan talks about his public reputation. Jordan directs discussion toward the role Stephen Fry had to play in the atheist movement, examining the strange way that empiricism doesn't always need a rational answer to function effectively. Good Lord, it's like when you do write the things for Netflix, you have to make them boring for some reason.
Trust someone saying A plus A equals 2A because there is no such thing in the universe as A. And although we're all capable of doing substitutional metaphorizing or algebra, as it were, with ideas, the fact is it's much better to say one thing of something that is real that we know plus another thing of something that is real that we know and have experienced is two of those things. Once you start abstracting, and that's what rationalism often is. It's going off on an algebraic journey, which can produce beautiful thoughts and ideas and beautiful schemes. But for me, it is beating that out on the anvil of human experience is the absolute key. And it's a long intellectual tradition, empiricism. And I think we're in danger of losing it in a way because...
I want to unpack three things that you just said that are very, very complicated. So...
There you go. There you go. That's my comment on that part.
Others disappeared, and the more they were threatened, the more they sacrificed, and the less use it was. So there was no... It may have had a psychological purpose that I don't know. I mean, it seems to me the psychology of sacrificing your children, or even your very rare cattle, upon which you may depend for a year to eat, to gods who will apparently placate you by making a better harvest, or not send a tidal wave this year that will destroy the ports, and all the other things that our ancestors found in the contingent world in which an unstable world in which they lived. So I can understand why a 19th century figure like Fraser, or the Golden Bough, or like Mary McCarthy, or Jung, or Joseph Campbell can make wonderful myths out of myths. They're telling a story about stories and telling us what they mean. Well, I don't refute it. I repudiate it. I allow myself to believe, no, actually, yes, it's all very well, and you can build a very nice theory about what these myths mean and who these heroes are, and what these quests are, and how there are only 7 stories. And yes, but again, the stand-up comedian type empirical system, he says, okay, so I'm a small Roman person under those circumstances, and what is this really meaning to me? I'm sorry, no. I've got, as Wordsworth put it, it's getting and spending and doing and having children and looking and hoping life gets better. And
I don't know. This is a double speed, and I still wish he had gotten to the point by now. Him again. Okay, some of this guy. Look at that thing. Oh, he's so expressive. There we go.
In the world.
There's a worm in Africa that burrows under the skin, and it's a long worm. And if you can pull it out with a pencil and wrap it, but it breaks, it's fragile, and then it gets infected. It's a terrible thing. And a doctor recently made it his life's work to eradicate that and did it successfully. Yeah. And so then I read what you wrote, and I mean, I take it very seriously, and I wasn't throwing it in your face.
Okay, hold on. What was that part? Jordan brings up the novel Brothers Karamazov that Stephen quotes concerning the injustice inherent with the possibility of a God who created a world with so much suffering and injustice in it. Jordan postures that resentment of such a being does not seem to have any functional utility, ?
Put them on a Perspex tray and float them on the water. Because they are unaware of the risk they're in, they move around randomly. And their random movement makes the tray even. They're just randomly moving around. If you scale it up and put humans on it, they sink within seconds. Because they think, oh, we're tipping, we must run to this end. And of course, they all run to that end, and so it tips over. In other words, consciousness of the problem, attempting to deal with it, being aware of it, is the biggest problem of all. And that's something new to us. Because in the old days, we lived in small groups who just didn't know.
Solve this particular problem.
Yes.
And people like C.S. Lewis and Jung to some degree as well would say, well, once in history, someone acted out that unified God so completely that something happened. That's
Look,
the proposition.
Dr. Peterson,
That's the limit of the proposition. And then the question is, well, How real is this moral striving? It's real enough so you torture yourself when you don't engage in it properly. It's real enough so you can't avoid its call. It's real enough so that you can make moral errors that are so severe that you can doubt the validity of your own existence. It's real enough for that.
Oh, that's a good one. Let's do that one in normal. No, let's do that in like a man voice. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Can't avoid its call. It's real enough so that you can make moral errors that are so severe that you can doubt the validity of your own existence. It's real enough for that.
And that's my commentary on the Jordan Peterson fry. Enjoy. Thank you. This is not this.